Good evening. Thank you so much for coming to the Shawano Middle School Spring Band Concert. I appreciate each and every one of you being here this evening. Thank you. This is our jazz band. The jazz band is comprised of 7th and 8th grade students. The first song that you heard was a song entitled Chameleon with soloist Marshall Drakenberg. And Liam Silk. This past March, the jazz band attended the Shawano Jazz Festival. It was awesome. The students got to perform 3 pieces in front of some clinicians. The clinicians gave them some pointers, some things that we could work on. And then they did jam sessions, they had sectionals, and then they did the guest artist did a concert at the end of the night. It was a really fun day. So Chameleon was one of the songs that they had performed for the Shaz Festival. We will also be performing 2 more songs from the Shaz Festival. We will be performing the next one, which is our ballad song called Lil Darlin'. So that again was called Little Darlin'. We had soloist Liam Silk on trumpet. And Chaos Danielson on alto saxophone. This year we have been exploring various styles for jazz. This is a really young group of students. Most of these students, this is their very first year playing jazz music. So we have been really trying to learn different styles. The first style was a very funk style of music. Then we had our slow ballad piece. After Shaz, we did a lot of bossa nova style. And this next piece is going to really show you what they have learned with the bossa nova style. This song is entitled Bossa Madeira. Soloist for that piece was Marshall Drakenberg on alto saxophone. And Evie Keel on marimba. So the funny story with Evie wanting to do a marimba solo, she came to me, she's like, can I play marimba? And I looked at her and I said, you play set for this song. She said, don't worry, I have it all figured out. And she did. Her and Liam Loudy did a little switch off mid-song, if you noticed that. And he continued playing the rhythm while she did her solo. So that's another round of applause for her. That was fantastic. Before we close with our final number, I'd also like to give a special thanks. We had our bass player, was unable to be here. So we had a freshman, Mr. Miles Miller, who was in my band last year, join us on bass. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Our final number is probably one of my favorite ones that we did this year for Shaz, and the kids did a very good job. This is a swing piece, and it is entitled My Dinner with Ronald. We had Ben Gartner on tenor sax for that solo. One more round of applause for the jazz band. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This is our beginner band. This beginner band is mostly made up of 6th graders with a few 7th graders and some 8th graders. We do have some St. James students as well joining us, so I appreciate them being here. That first song was called Colliding Visions. I wanted to do more of a movie kind of theme for this concert here. And although this piece was not in a movie, when I listened to it for the first time, I thought it could potentially go as a soundtrack piece, which is why I chose it. And the kids had a lot of fun with that one. The next piece is from a very popular classical piece. Gustav Holst is a composer, and he wrote an entire series on the planets. This particular piece is Jupiter. Again, although not from a movie, as any young kid or even adult that watches Bluey will recognize this piece from the episode Sleepy Time. So here it is, Jupiter. Mine too, mine too. So this next piece actually brings me back to my childhood. I know that seems like a long time ago for these kids up here that call me ancient, apparently. But this brings me back to my childhood. If we all remember that little white feather floating around at the beginning of the movie, this is the feather theme from Forrest Gump. Thank you. Let's give another round of applause for the beginning band over here. They're doing fantastic. So to close this beginning portion, we are going to end with a very popular tune from the movie Beauty and the Beast, which again brings me back to my childhood. And we are going to close with Be Our Guest. Thank you. This is the concert band. The concert band is 7th and 8th grade students, as well as students that have joined us from Sacred Heart. So let's give them another round of applause. The first tune I'm sure that you all recognize was from the Indiana Jones movies, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This was Raiders March. The next song that we will be playing for you is from the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is the main theme to that movie. Enjoy. Thank you again. The last song that this group is going to play for you, these students picked this one out themselves. They really enjoyed this song. They heard it when we played it last year, and they really wanted to play it again for you this year. So the last tune that this group of students is going to play for you is highlights from the movie Aladdin. thank you again. At this time, we are going to be introducing our 50-50 raffle. So I'm going to hand it over to Bobby from the Shawano Performing Arts Booster.
Oh, why don't we give can you hear me? Is this thing on? There it is. All right, let's give another round of applause to Erin and all of these wonderful kids up here. They're doing fantastic. So as she said, my name is Bobby Lemeron. I am the Vice President of the Performing Arts Boosters for Shawano School District. This is Rosie. She is also on the Shawano Schools Performing Arts Board. And if any of you would like to join the Booster Club, we can give you information about that because we would love to have more volunteers. We do things like sell 50-50 at all of our concerts here. We try to help during solo ensemble as far as being runners or door monitors. You know, anytime there's an event, theater, we will hand out programs, take tickets, stuff like that, but just to help out the staff so that it gives them a little bit of relief. So as parents, it's very important that you can help out wherever you can because it takes a lot of work to get these kids up here and ready for things like this, and it's just one less burden we can give the staff. So as the Performing Arts Boosters, we support music, orchestra, choir, theater, DI, forensics. DI is Destination Imagination, if you're not aware what that would be, which we have a team going to globals this year. So we try to help funding with busing, or we've bought cords for graduation. We help out with banquets for awards. We give scholarships. All of the money we raise goes directly back to our students. We are a nonprofit, so everything you guys contributed this evening goes right back to everyone that performs in our district. So thank you very much for that. Tonight's winner, because of your generosity, will be winning $160. So that's the prize. And we are going to pick one ticket out of here. So if you have your tickets handy.
Mr. Brecken.
So this is Brecken, and he is picking the winner as we speak. Do you want to read it? Can you see these little numbers right here? Can you see those? So say 0.
0, 3, 8, 4, 6.
4, 0.
4, 0, 6, 2.
All right, so we have 0, 3, 8, 4, 0, 6, 2. If you can give Brecken a hand for picking our winner. Again, that is 0, 3, 8, 4, 0, 6, 2.
Loud and proud if you got the ticket.
Raise your hand, yell it out. Stand up. 0, 3, 8, 4, 0, 6, 2. Hey, we have one right in the front here.
Hi, I'm Morgan Strabel, and us 8th graders wanted to get Miss Silk a little something to thank her for being here and teaching us and coming in last minute last year and having a whole new group of kids and just bringing us under her wing and stuff. So, Miss Silk, you want to turn around? Just throw it on the ground. Tissue paper.
Oh, thank you guys. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Don't tell me this is the broken perfect.
No, this is what we bought it off eBay.
This is gorgeous. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
I wanted to point out one thing.
Come back to Aaron. Is that an actual song?
Yeah,
The song is titled Come Back to Aaron. I like this.
and I wanted to say one last thing.
Aw, thank you guys. I'm going to miss all of you. Thank you.
spinning around.
Thank you, 8th graders. That means hello. Thank you. That means the world to me. You guys have been really special. You guys have been a lot of fun to work with. And I really enjoyed getting to know you guys this year and last year. I'm going to miss you guys, but you guys are going to do awesome things next year, and I can't wait to visit you all next year. All right, thank you again for coming. On September 1st, 2023, this is going to be really hard for me, the world lost an incredible singer, songwriter, poet, and just overall an amazing person. Most of you, I'm sure, knew that Mr. Jimmy Buffett passed away from cancer on September 1st this year. This was really hard for me. I'm not ashamed to admit it, I am a parrot head. I love Jimmy Buffett's music. I love everything his music represents. The stories he tells through his music are incredible. The smile that man has on the stage, each and every time he was up on that stage, was amazing. He had cancer for 4 years, and he was still touring. I went and saw him in 2022, and I had no idea that he was sick. He never wanted anyone to know that. I asked my son Liam this year, I said, what should we play? And he said, Mom, I really think we should honor Jimmy Buffett this year. I said, dude, absolutely. And then I thought to myself, why not get all of my kids up here to honor Jimmy Buffett? So that is what we are going to do right now. We are going to honor such an incredible musician with incredible musicians. We are going to close this concert out with 2 numbers. We are going to close with Cheeseburger in Paradise, and we're going to close with Fins. I hope you enjoy. Before we close, again, I do want to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight. Your support for these kids up here is fantastic, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're awesome, and your kids are fantastic. A couple quick thanks I'd like to give. I would like to thank the Shawano Performing Arts Boosters for all they do for our program, so give them a round of applause. They are wonderful. I would like to thank all of our administration, both at the middle school and the high school, for all they do for us for the performing arts. All of the music faculty, Mr. Dan O'Connell, Mr. Matthew Fons, Ms. Jill Sosek, Mr. Chris Kent, would like to thank them, as well as Lynn Johnson and Craig Pennenberg. Mr. Pennenberg stayed late to help me out last night, so I appreciate all of them. Let's give them a round of applause. All of the maintenance staff for all of their hard work, getting equipment over here and helping me set up. I really appreciate them. And one more thank you. So we also have another Shawano Middle School alumni playing with us tonight, and it makes me smile. Caden Cappert is over there on bass. Thank you, Caden. And let me say this morning, when he broke into playing in the Hall of the Mountain King like he used to every day in class last year, it really brought me back. So thanks again, Caden. I appreciate you. All right, we are going to close with our final number. And if you guys are Jimmy Buffett fans and you know how to do the fins to the left, fins to the right, you are more than welcome to cheer on and celebrate. Thank you again. We are going to close with fins.